Hey everyone, hope you guys are all having a good day. Today we're going to be breaking down Bitcoin and a few other cryptocurrencies, just kind of getting the feel of where they're at right now. A couple things here just before we get started, or just one thing. There's a pipe that burst somewhere in my house on against this wall that I'm currently like talking to you guys with. And so whenever I run hot water through the house or just water, I think in general, it's like leaking out onto my floor. And I have the expensive TV, the expensive stuff all around me, expensive computer, camera equipment. So that's why I haven't been streaming as much, and most of my equipment's been off. But now that I know that most of it's dry right here, kind of just waiting to see what happens next with the plumber. You guys are probably gonna have to wait like a day or two for me to get this figured out. But anyway, as far as Bitcoin's concerned, you guys can see over the last few days, we did attempt to have a breakout here. We did technically make another high, which is a good thing here. It just seems like it's a pretty decent level of resistance here. Because every single time we do have these monster dips, even if the technicals like we've seen before with the MACDs and things like that, every single time, regardless if we're in a bearish divergence or something like that, Bitcoin gets bought and back up. I'm just going to have to assume we're ready for another breakout here. I know the technicals are looking not the best. They got the MACD looking more neutral, slowing down, but I would say more neutral, not necessarily bullish just yet. Over here, you got the RSI looking a little bit more bearish at this point, but looking at a bullish crossover about to happen. So, and then lastly, right here, we got the stochastic. This one, if anything, is actually looking pretty bullish. So that's good news for us. But at this point, you're pretty much just buying and holding some longs here. I have some Bitcoin longs I can show you right here. Unfortunately, what happened I don't know, it was like a week ago now, right before one of those dumps that we had, Loki hit my computer and he tapped on the close all position button. So basically I've had to reopen all these positions and they're up like maybe 4 or 5% because I just bought them during the last dip, but they're not really looking great because, compared to like the 40s, the 60% we were looking at before. So unfortunately for that, we've kind of had to start over and I need to buy some more. I don't even have Ethereum bought right now. And Bitcoin is only up 3% with a 3x leverage. So it's not really anything compared to where it was before. Instead of being up like $1,500, we're only up $150. So kind of sucks, but I don't know why they put those damn close all position buttons there. Anyway, Bitcoin's still looking pretty bullish here because of all these big moves. If we do have another large move sometime next week, maybe even going on to today, that next level of resistance really is just going to be around $40,000. I think at this pace, we should be able to break through it. But guys, just be forewarned, we are looking at something more of a larger crash coming down pretty soon, where it's going to be bringing us back down again towards $35,000. Those are going to be buying opportunities because now we're looking at something more of a golden cross between the 50-week moving average and the 200 weekly moving average. Go back in time a little bit. Probably best to go to the Coinbase one, right? Oh, there we go. Those golden and death crosses usually mean some good things coming for us, even though we had this one over here. We've never had the 50 cross over the 200, but I would have to say it's probably going to be a good thing for us. And that would again make us go back up to 40,000. If you're looking at the next real hard level of resistance, where it's going to be more of an organic technical and not so much of that hard wall where people are thinking mentally $40,000, it's way up here at $46,000. Now, we're going to have to wait and see how this all figures itself out, but it's okay to still be long at this point. Eventually, we are going to have that breakdown, but for now, we're on the verge of another big pop, and that pop's probably going to take us like $1,500 to $2,000 a day as far as Bitcoin's concerned. We're looking at a bunch of other things here. Let me go back over here. Things like Ethereum, still doing okay, but still at those levels of resistance, and it's not having those breakout moments that Bitcoin's having. I would still say watch out because Ethereum can go and break above 2,100, and then from there we're looking at maybe getting back up here to 2,400 or so, which is a pretty significant jump for Ethereum. Again, I don't know why that's there. That's probably from something else, but right now we are experiencing some smaller breakouts that we're enjoying. Breakout consolidation. Historically, if you guys kind of zoom out a little bit, you're really looking for this to really continue for the next like month or two. I know that makes things a little bit more difficult, but in hindsight, usually we come back to it like, okay, breakout, consolidation, maybe this would even further that theory there. On the other side, I think if you're waiting for that big pop, you're just waiting for us to break above 2,261. From there, get that push, and that'll be when you guys can make some good profits with Ethereum. I don't think this is going to be the nastiest level of resistance, but I think it will be a resistance for maybe a couple hours, consolidate, buy around there if you guys want to. Buy now. If you want to, then wait for that breakout. As far as everything else, altcoins are definitely making those moves. I know I posted a video a couple days ago talking about play the breakouts. Those breakouts have been more on the daily chart. I'm assuming the 4-hour chart or the 1-hour chart. You guys can see right here, the smaller ones, not nearly as great. Really, right. 4-hour chart, I think it will show you guys better opportunities. So you guys can see this one a little bit better on the 4-hour. Waiting for that breakout. That seems to be the one I think people are looking for. XRP, ready for a breakout, but it's just hovering there, ready to go back up from 62 to 64.5. Small bumps, but still levels of breakout. Ape token had that breakout, and you saw what happened afterwards. So ASX could have that breakout, but it hasn't happened yet. So you still have lots of opportunities to buy up on a lot of these altcoins. Some like Ape token have already taken off. I would say there's still plenty ready to go. You guys can be watching for these types of moves, or if you guys are day traders, you guys might be looking for something more like this. For me, once that momentum is shifted, I'll be looking at the 5-minute chart and the 15-minute chart. But overall, I really am looking for those larger horizontal breakouts. It's going to be a little bit harder to find them. Let's go to the weekly or the daily chart with Matic. Right, it's way up here. Short term, though, if you're looking for something juicy, right, it's about to break out right here. So Matic could be a really good play for you guys. So those are the type of things we're looking at right now. I'm going to try to stream later on tonight for you guys all, but like, I literally have blankets because I don't have enough towels in my house to deal with the water. So hopefully all of it gets sucked up. I can toss it in the dryer or dry it because I can't wash anything right now. And then we'll see how all this goes. Thanks, everybody, and have a great rest of your day.